Hello friends, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel and I have pulled up all my little pie pumpkins and we are going to get these processed before they start going bad. Like a couple of them are starting to go bad on me. And last year, I don't know if I shared a video on it, but last year I froze it, my pumpkin puree. And I feel confident in that now that we have like the whole house generator. And I liked it a lot better than canning my pumpkin. You know, when you can it, you have to put the water in it and just your pumpkin absorbs, I feel like, so much more water. And it may even lose a little bit of flavor. So freezing it, I used it with every ounce of it that I canned last year, freezer canned. So we're going to do that again. So I'm going to get these processed, and I want to tell you guys, give you updates on my health, and I'm going to show you something new from Greenstock. So lots of things to share today. So we're going to get right into it. You guys had so much fun playing house with me, and I really appreciated all the continued prayers and comments and sharing so many personal stories with me. And I have had more tests and follow-up doctor visit today with my doctor. So I feel like I owe it to you guys after sharing so much that you did, just personal related, to share those updates with you today. Okay, that was just way too noisy, me scraping and clanging in the bowl for some of your precious ears. I know that. So I just did it off camera. So the pumpkins have been scooped, all their guts out, and I'm just stabbing each one a couple times with a fork. I don't salt mine or anything like that. No oil, just simple. Don't want anything changing the flavor of the natural pumpkin. And we're gonna pop these. I've got the oven preheating behind me at 350. And we'll cook them for like 45, 50 minutes till they're nice and tender. And then scoop them out from the peeling and puree them in a blender and then put them in a jar. And I usually leave like 1.5 inches of bed space to up to 2 inches, and then pop them in the freezer. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So while that oven's still preheating, I would say the winner of the house episode was Lyme disease. Hands over fist, Lyme disease. I did mention that to my doctor, Todd did. He's so sweet, went with me, and we kind of tag teamed the doctor with our questions. And he asked about any need to, or what was his thoughts on running a panel for tick-borne illness. And at this time, the doctor said nothing is indicating that. You know, the rash that you have is not a similar type. Skin breakout, other blood work panels that he's done, and I didn't mention everything that came back negative to you guys, but he's like, there would be other indicators of that, and I'm not seeing that. So that was good. And one thing that I think is common knowledge, and typically you have to have a tick on you for more than 24 hours for a disease to pass from a tick, and we always remove the ticks, you know, the moment we get inside from being outside. So we've never had a tick on us for any length of time. So I feel confident in his decision in that for right now. And I mentioned, no, you guys don't know, I don't think, because the video hasn't come out yet, but he did order a liver ultrasound earlier this week. That ultrasound came back normal, nothing remarkable to speak of. and they did my gallbladder and the upper portions of my kidneys, and those were all fine. So that's good. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos sparingly, but my mom died really young. She died at 46, but my grandmother, her mother, did pass away from colon liver cancer. So it started in the colon, metastasized to the liver. And my sister has polyps with each colonoscopy. So he went ahead and ordered a colonoscopy for me. And because I guess if you have something going on kind of in any of your major organs, your liver enzymes can be thrown. And he reordered my blood work to be drawn on Monday, this coming. And if my liver enzymes are still elevated, he's going to request a liver biopsy. That'll be next. Still itchy on arms, mostly. A few small bumps, reactions, like they're almost more like more like a sore now than a hive. Kind of like if you pictured a mosquito bite. So they're like that size and texture. So I get those just about every night. It typically reacts more in the evening after I've settled down. I would say the rigors have nearly subsided. So, and he keeps saying like those type of things still are leading him to believe that it was some type of viral infection. Just all the viruses he's tested for that would affect my liver enzymes have come back negative. So he doesn't know what virus it was. So what else did we discuss? We discussed whether or not I should see the heart doctor. He wasn't overly concerned, but didn't find anything wrong in going and seeing him. He's not concerned about my heart, I should say it like that. So he's not pushing a rush on it. I'm going to go see a cardiologist, but it's not an urgent matter, where like next week is going to be the first meeting with the gastroenterologist. And then a few of you, and even some of my blood markers I mentioned, do point to like more of like a bloodborne cancer. So I did bring that up, and he's like, no, I'm not worried about that. Other things would be bringing his attention to leaning that direction that aren't making him lean to that direction. And then lastly, I did ask about going and seeing a rheumatologist. Does he find any need in that? And his opinion was nothing is leading him to make that recommendation at right now. Right now, he's more concerned about the liver and getting that biopsied as the next step if the liver enzymes don't come down. So that, I guess that's the current hope, is that when I go on Monday, everything's back to normal ranges, and it's just a mystery. And I can be okay with that, because going to the doctors repeatedly with unknowns or like the continued unknowns, is nauseating, versus just like let this unknown be unknown and be done with, if that makes sense. I would be happy, I guess, to just close the chapter and be done. So thanks for playing. I think you guys had a lot of fun with it, and also maybe gave me the courage to ask the questions that I wanted to ask. So thank you for that. So I'm going to get these roasted. When we come back, I'll show you how I process them for the freezer. And then I would still want to show you guys what you may want to get from Greenstock if you're thinking about starting seeds coming up here soon. So if you're ready to click the buy now button on something else, just wait 1 second till I show you this. Alrighty, the pumpkins are done, but I have to let them cool till I can handle them. They're steamy hot right now. So I'm gonna let them cool. While they do that, let me show you what Greenstock sent. How cool is this? So this is what they're calling their seed starting beginner kit or something like that. But you can buy these in sets of 6. So if you just wanted these, or if you just wanted this set, which is the water catchment tray and the holder. So these come in sets of 6 for $23. This I think is like $19, or you can get the whole kit for like $36, I think. And I love it. It is heavy, heavy, heavy duty plastic, like so nicely molded. And I wasn't, with everything going on, not in the mood, not even thinking about gardening right now. And when this showed up, it was just like the perfect timing of, I just felt so much hope and just joy about growing a little bit this year. So I don't think we're gonna, to be honest with you guys, I don't think we're gonna do the standard huge garden, because unless something comes up where I need to change my diet. Because with our diet right now, what we're actually talking about is, do we need to raise more meat? Because we typically raise huge loads of meat every other year, and it's enough to last us for 2 years. So now we're talking about, do we need to maybe get a couple lambs or a batch of turkeys or something? So that's kind of something Todd and I are still discussing. But I do still want to at least grow in my raised beds out there in the garden, because you can't not have, I can't not have my tomatoes and all the yumminess, and my pumpkins. I need those every single year or so, and my zucchini. Like, there's just things like I have to have in my life for lots of reasons. But I'm excited for this. I think I'm gonna get myself a couple more and just switch over to these, because you would be hard pressed to break one of these. Like, I'm squeezing them, there's no break. Like, I guess my only wish is maybe that they made something smaller that you could pot up in, because these are quite big to start seeds in, but they'll be great. Anyway, I'll leave our discount code. It's in the description box of all of our videos. It's $10 off, but I do think you have to spend like $100 or more to get that discount. But if you need, and you're just now starting in gardening, this is a great, go ahead and invest in some good quality things. And for this price, it's a fantastic entry price. And because I've limped by with solo cups and a lot of junk for a long time, and it really just adds to the mess of putting things away every year. And this is just nice and contained. And if I had like 4 of these, I could just stack them, and it's just really simple. So I was really excited about that, and I wanted to share that with you. I think it's quite new, and I love it. So when these cool, the idea is we're gonna slip the skins off and puree all that yumminess. And then maybe I'll get a 1.5 quarts. We'll see what we get out of it. I still have a lot of pumpkin canned on the pantry shelves downstairs. So I didn't grow any big pumpkins this year. You really get your bang for the buck when it comes to pumpkin harvest to consume is to grow yourself some good size pumpkins. And I loved the Cinderella pumpkin for eating, delicious. And we've grown the Geet Okasaman, I think is what it's called, which is a very heritage native squash, and that is delicious. But the pie pumpkins, you just need a lot of them to go a long way. So I will leave you guys at the end of the video, like I always do, with me preserving and processing them, and you'll get to see just that last couple steps. I may have did a video on this last year of just pureeing them. You just throw them in the blender, blend them up, pour them in your jar, stick them in the freezer. So it's that simple. But anyway, thanks guys again for just loving on us and wishing us well. And we'll keep you updated as we know more. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys. I'm gonna freeze them with this much head level. So plenty of room to expand and contract to not break my jars. Now I'll tell you what, this Ninja food processor I have had probably going on 20 years, and my expensive Vitamix broke before that thing. So money doesn't always mean get you the value that you expect it to. $19 versus what, $300 for something. So I got it done, and I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.